everyone, it's Rachel from Daily Creations. In this video, we are going to be making a nice little wrap for our lippy can using TeckWrap's Shimmer Cold Color Change Adhesive Vinyl. What's great about this bundle set, it's 5 feet by 12 inches, so you can get a lot of use for it. It's permanent, so it's going to be perfect for anything that gets liquid on it, and it's not dishwasher safe or it's not food safe, so just be mindful of that when you use any type of adhesive vinyl. So these all do change color. So this one here is the blue one that will change to purple. This one is neon orange to taupe. This one is neon pink to tomato. This one is neon to mineral red. This turns from mint to teal. This white one turns into blue. These are beautiful colors. They shimmer. I don't know if you can tell through the camera because there's a wrap on here, but you'll see it once I take it off. And then, like I said, once cold water hits that cup, you'll see the beautiful changes in the design. So let's go ahead and get started. I went ahead and cut the vinyl to the size that I need. I'm gonna have a little bit of extra on the side and I'll just trim that off later. And since they're the same type of vinyl, I went ahead and just put it all on one mat, so that way I'm not having to feed it into the Cricut machine 5 different times. So obviously I don't have enough room unless I brought out the 12 by 24, and I didn't want to do that because I want to use my TeckWrap standard tack mat, so I want to go ahead and use that. So once this gets cut out, I'll go ahead and put this on the mat. Again, same material. However, this is not the changing color vinyl. This is actually from their Shimmer Burst vinyl bundle, and they come in 5 foot by 12, and I'm just going to go ahead. It's permanent, so I thought it would be kind of cool to use this for some other details in the design for my mug here. Okay, so let's go ahead and feed this to the Cricut machine, and then we'll come back and we'll weed everything out. Okay, cut out nicely. So I'm turning my mat on its back and bending the mat towards me. I don't want to bend the material just in case that causes air bubbles, excuse me. So I just want to be really mindful of that, okay? So let's go ahead and place the last of our 2 vinyls and go ahead and get it cut in our Cricut machine. Okay, and the last mat just got done cutting, so I'm going to peel my mat, or bend my mat back, and to get the vinyl off. And I have to say, this TeckWrap mat is really awesome because you can see how it's curling up here. And if you get this vinyl, you'll realize how thick this is. And this is a testament to how well the TeckWrap mat is, because it keeps it down. It doesn't start peeling up. And I've been using this quite a few times. So I love this mat, and I will definitely be ordering more of these mats. Now, before I go ahead and start weeding, I'm going to go ahead and wipe this down with some rubbing alcohol, just so that way it cleans the surface really well. Make sure there's no dust or dirt that's on there, whatever may get on there when storing it. I'm gonna go ahead and take that off and just clean the inside or the outside. While that's drying, I'm gonna go ahead and start peeling up my vinyl here. I'm gonna use my pin tool. Have everything weeded out, and before we proceed with applying it to our lippy can, I do recommend when you're cutting out your cold activated vinyl that you put more pressure, just because I think because it's a little thicker, it just needs just a little bit more pressure, so that way it weeds out just fine. So let's go ahead, and we're going to go ahead and apply this green layer first, this mint color I should say, and then we will add the other layers. Put that over here. Let me go ahead and get out my TeckWrapcraft transfer tape. I'm going to attempt to try to reuse this transfer tape more than once, so that way we don't have to keep on wasting transfer tape. So let's go ahead and peel this back, and given the fact that this is such a thick material, it transfers really well. I'm pretty impressed actually. Then we will bring in our lippy can, and I made this about 4 inches so that way I can try to center it in our lippy can. So let me go ahead and do that. And what I'm going to do is lift this up, go ahead and roll this over, and then I'm going to go ahead and roll this portion over. Now I want to be careful that I don't accidentally put the vinyl on the transfer tape. So I'm going to kind of let this hang out a little bit, and then I'm going to go ahead and scrape this down, and then peel that transfer tape back. Perfect. Okay, then I'm going to go ahead and roll this forward, or towards me I should say, and then I'm going to scrape as we go. So I'm going to try to attempt doing this in one fold, but if I have to piece it together, in fact I think I might have to, I don't know, we'll see. I am going to apply the next layer. I ended up having to trim down my transfer tape because unfortunately the transfer tape kept on wanting to cling onto my glass, and it was making it just a little bit difficult for me to transfer it. So I just ended up trimming it down, and what I can do is I kept the extra transfer tape so that way I can just piece it together if I needed a longer piece. Okay, then I'm going to go ahead and bring in this piece next. That looks great. I am loving this already, and we haven't even seen the color changing effect yet. This is just awesome. The shimmer makes it just on point, and then you go ahead and add cold water and it just elevates it. Perfect. Such pretty colors for spring, I'm telling you. Beautiful. Loving it. Okay. Now this is just an added bonus. This is not something that we really need to do. Again, this is not, the black does not change color. It is part of their Shimmer Burst line. So just be mindful of that it does not change color. It's just a little added decoration, if you will. Now this is the way the design came, the little seeds in the middle, that's just kind of how they are. Let me get my workspace cleaned up and we'll take a look at it, and then we'll add some cold water. Well, here is our cup, and I am absolutely loving this. This is so pretty. I cannot wait to add some cold water, and again, you just add your lid and your straw, and you got yourself a cool design. Now remember, vinyl is not food safe or microwave safe. And so if you're doing this to a mug or something like that, just want to make sure that you give yourself enough room to sip from. But let's go ahead and see the cool color changing effect.